Hi folks, welcome to Ethereal Mechanics, the path forward for 2017. Folks, I'm trying a new video recording technique where we go from PowerPoint directly to video. I'm not happy with the audio quality. It seems to fade in and out and garble words, but I've had people complain about my talking hands over printed paper video style, which they say is obsolete, yada, yada, yada. So I'm trying this out. Let me know what you think. I've been offline because of profound developments in Ethereal Mechanics. And these developments came out of the development of the new energy paradigm, which will be a flagship release in the coming weeks. And let me show you some of the highlights from the new energy paradigm. The most profound is that the new energy paradigm corroborates the second order system of pretons. That's what this is. The second order system of pretons is just a name for the new electromagnetism model for matter that you've seen in all the videos before. The important thing is that the new energy paradigm arrived at this model by a completely different route, which corroborates the derivation that was made using new electromagnetism. But it also adds more of the pieces to the puzzle that new electromagnetism was not able to see with new electromagnetism. The other thing that the new energy paradigm shows is a scientific flaw present in all scientific theory. It's basically a scientific flaw that came about from a theory that went into vogue about the time of the Titanic. This scientific theory exposes an ambiguity that only one skilled in the use of the rules of acquisition would notice. This is going to make all present science obsolete. Now, it doesn't mean present science is wrong. What I will show you is it just means you can't go any further with present scientific thinking. Okay, this is the reason why I've had to proceed with caution and take some time, because this is profound. This is going to be a big change, and this is going to probably cause me a lot of blowback, so I need to be very sure about this. Okay, and again, like I said, the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place faster and faster. I need to do this full time. I need your help. Okay, we have to go all in. The survival of humanity and the earth will depend on it. I'll explain this in a few slides down. Because right now, Ethereal Mechanics is going to be the only game in town for going forward to providing the energy and the ability to get people off this planet. So let me discuss the path forward that I've decided. If you don't like this path forward, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear if there's a better path forward. I'm all open, but this is the one I've come up with. What I'm going to do on May 23rd is open a subscription site where the new energy paradigm and all future high-powered releases will be posted. And this includes software releases and hard documents or PDF documents. And the subscription, I'm thinking, should be $10 a month. I don't want to break anybody's bank. But if I can get 1,000 subscribers, give me $10 a month, I can do this full time. With more, I can hire help. I can hire people to do the videos. I can hire animators. I can hire pretty girls as the spokesman. You name it. I can do a much better job if I got some help with people that do videos more professionally than I can do them. Okay, this is going to be followed on June 1st, where on the YouTube site, 3 trailer videos are going to be released. And these 3, I'm going to show you what these 3 trailer videos are in a moment, give you the cover pages. But this is going to be followed immediately by letters to scientific magazines that, hey, come and see how I can show you that science is obsolete and that we need to break the light barrier, yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to show you how you can help out too, because if you guys can help, even if you don't want to pay the $10 a month for the subscription site, you can at least help me write letters to people and start posting stuff on other websites and start getting this Ethereal Mechanics out there. Okay, and then one of the trailer videos is going to be T2 popping the science bubble. This is going to be the small part of the new energy paradigm, which demonstrates the flaw in science. So that even if you don't want to pay the $10 a month for the solution to all this, you can at least see what the critical flaw is in science that takes down all the other sciences. And so you might decide from this if you want to sign up for the $10 a month subscription site. I don't know, it's up to you, but this is going to be enough in this video to say, hey, the rest of science is BS. And then T1 is break the light barrier period. So this is a logical argument that says unless we break the light barrier by at least 500 times, humanity cannot survive. And it's very unlikely that the ecosystem of the Earth will survive unless we can move a good portion of this population off the planet. Okay, and there's other things in there that reasons why things won't survive, even if we could all get together and make it work. There's just, we get too much of our eggs in one basket. That's the big problem. Then there's going to be the T0 video, which is going to be the new introduction to on the YouTube channel, which basically says these are all the highlight videos of the channel. This is what Ethereal Mechanics is about, a general overview of Ethereal Mechanics. And so it's basically going to be an introduction and a table of contents. You know, these playlist is for this, that playlist is for this, yada, yada, yada. And of course, I'm not going to tell scientists to stop playing with their bosons anymore. I think that the T2 video is going to basically eat their lunch anyway. Okay, so again, the YouTube site is going to remain to play trailer videos to highlight what can be found at the subscription site. It's also will still be published the unrelated videos such as Distinti rules, how to use your retarded monkey brain puzzles, solar home, prepper, and other interests of mine, but only as time permits. Only when I'm in a lull with Ethereal Mechanics, I'll do these other videos just to fill the time. But as long as things are happening, it'll just be the Ethereal Mechanics. It will be the #1 push. Now, I know some of you are going to be angry. Why am I requiring payment now when this has been free for the last 20 years? Well, it really hasn't been free. I have paid for everything out of my pocket, except for about $2,000 in donations for people doing PayPal donations. I appreciate that. And I've dedicated the bulk of my free time to this. My free time is the most valuable thing I have. And I believe that this project was worth my free time. I have sacrificed my entire personal life. I do not have a girlfriend. I've had very few girlfriends because they require so much free time. And I realized, I sat there one day and said, gee, do I want to get a girlfriend and have a family and get married? And I was like, it'd be, if I do that, there'd be absolutely no time for Ethereal Mechanics. And I figured, what do I want to be known for in my life? I figured I want to be known for helping the human race advance science. That to me would be a lot more proud if I looked on my deathbed and looked back over my life. That would be the thing that I would rather be known for. And I've also sacrificed career gains. Okay, to advance in my field requires you spending a lot of your free time doing extra work to advance your career. I have not done that. I've spent my free time doing this, which by all accounts should degrade my career because no one wants to hire an engineer that believes in crazy scientific theories. But luckily what I did is I changed my career to being a software engineer. And that's why you can't fire a software engineer for saying Maxwell's equations are wrong. So, you know, it's like I've changed my career path to support this dream. Okay, so I've made a lot of sacrifices. And also over the past 20 years, I spent considerable time second guessing myself. You know, obviously I don't want to make all these sacrifices if it's going to come to nothing. And so, but without fail, every time I would second guess myself, I would go through the chain of logic that got me here and do it again and again and again, and I'd still end up at the same answer that this has got to be right. This has to be right. Because the Ethereal Mechanics and new electron are free of ambiguity. They're simpler. They don't have over unity and perpetual motion baked in. I'm going to show you that classical physics has over unity and perpetual motion baked in. It's deterministic. You don't have to use probabilities or wonder about if the cat is alive or dead. Everything is deterministic. It's free of circular definitions. And from all of this second guessing, that's where the rules of acquisition were born from. That's when I started saying, you know, I keep going through this logic each time, and this is good logic. I just started saying, you know what, there has to be rules like this to guide scientists. You know, we don't teach enough of how to think in a scientific scenario. That's so I decided the rules of acquisition were born from all this second guessing of myself. You know, and until now, I had too many missing pieces. You know, like I didn't know how energy fit into the picture. I didn't know how to reconcile mass and force. I was not sure how big the puzzle was because I had people 20 years ago that wanted to invest. You know, the problem with an investor, a formal investor wants a return on investment. And until I could not guarantee, I did not know where the end of the tunnel was. I did not know how long it was going to take. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to complete this in my lifetime. Okay, and your donations through the subscription site are going to be more to helping, not so much as an investment, but by completing science, we can save the world economy, I think, with an injection of new technology. We can help save the ecosystem by helping move people off planets to new worlds. We can hopefully provide a future for the human race. So that's going to be the return on your investment. That's the way I'm looking. I don't expect to make a dime in royalties on this. I'm hoping that if we can get technology and the economy going and start moving people into space, that will be my return on my investment as well. I don't expect to make royalties from this technology. Okay, so that's I need your help. I can't do all this funding alone. I need the time to do this. Okay, so that's why I really appreciate it if you could help support me by joining the subscription site to help this along. Okay, but now that, of course, we have enough of the pieces in place because we got the corroboration of the second order system of pre-times. We've got the new energy paradigm. We've gotten rid of mass. And the big picture is beginning to take shape. That's why the picture of the puzzle in the background. And the straw that broke the camel's back is the fact that I can show that all classical sciences are obsolete. Okay, and so with your help, we can provide you and your family a bright future and a way to save the ecosystem of the Earth. And these are these beautiful paintings by Robert McCall. And Ethereal Mechanics is going to be the only path forward. It's going to be the only path forward that I know of right now. So let me give you some highlights of the new energy paradigm for those of you who can't wait. Again, I was able to resolve the mass paradox to such an extent that the energy and force are now constructs of a second order system of protons. The concept of mass is ambiguous at the electronic level and meaningless below the electronic. Again, the corroboration of the SOSOP is very, very important. And it also provides other missing pieces. The SOSOP is going to become more detailed, a little bit more complex than the old new electromagnetism. Arbitrary constants are completely gone. Again, this was the prediction from Rule of Acquisition 24 of the arbitrary constant tell. The new physical units actually reflect the underlying system. There's no more arbitrary constants. There's no more arbitrary units. There's no more circular definitions. And now we have a clear understanding of the conditions where the second order system of protons consumes ether in order to provide the existence of matter. So my friends, I don't know how long it's going to take to get to the end of the tunnel, but I do know what the end of the tunnel looks like. So I'll know it when we're there. Before, I didn't know where the end looked like. And so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but it's going faster and faster and faster. Okay, so that's the key here, is I know what it looks like. It's the second order system of protons. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's the pinnacle of everything we need to focus on. Resolve all the missing pieces of that. That's the critical key. And that will lead to all the other aspects of ether and how the ether interacts with the protons. Thank you. Supporters who are making monthly PayPal donations, you can terminate the automatic donations and subscribe to the subscription site when it's announced. And again, for those engineers and scientists that have been with me for the past 20 years, I thank you for your continued support and your double checking when I make mistakes. I do appreciate that. Thank you.